Hi, I'm Mark, and welcome to What's Brewing. Today we're sitting down with Cortney Meyers, owner and head trainer of Gracie Jiu Jitsu Youngsville, for part 2 of his interview. But before we get into it, let's go ahead and roll that beautiful B-roll. Cortney, thank you so much for sitting down with us again.
My pleasure, brother. Super grateful to be here.
So in case anybody didn't see the first episode, go ahead and tell them who you are and what you do.
I'm Cortney Meyers, originally from Lydia, Louisiana. I've been living in Youngsville for 24 years. I'm a first-generation jiu-jitsu instructor in my family, and I have a school in the community where we've been for 24 years called Gracie Jiu Jitsu Youngsville, right in the heart of downtown Youngsville. That's
awesome. So before I get into some of the stuff about the good news of something that's coming down, that's going to be in the line. First, I want to kind of ask the difference as somebody who doesn't know, who's very ignorant to the martial art jiu-jitsu. What's the difference between something like Gracie Jiu-Jitsu or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or things like that?
Good question. And that's been a topic on everybody's mind. You know, I think it depends on the instructor, but we are from Gracie University with Hen and Hidon. Their whole objective is self-defense, right? Whereas self-defense is 98% of the people you get in an altercation with will be unskilled. So we focus our intro curriculums and our main priority on self-defense, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, right? At its core, what Grandmaster Elio and Grandmaster Carlos Gracie intended for it. And Horian and his sons, second and third generation, follow in the pipeline. Whereas Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, right? Majority of schools focus a lot on the sportive aspect, which is no punches, no kicks, no dirty fighting tactics. So, right, we figure, hey, you know, or the Gracies figure, hey, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, self-defense first against the unskilled, bigger, stronger, and crazier attacker. That's what allows Jiu-Jitsu to be the neutralizer, right? There's no tough guys when it comes to a choke, right? But if we train for worst case scenarios, right, eventually there's no more worst case scenarios. If you don't train for worst case scenarios and they present themselves, right, we could possibly not have the reflexes to defend ourselves or our family. So in a nutshell, you know, that's kind of how I articulate it.
It's amazing. So it's more about the self-defense of the individual over the attack, and using attack first.
Self-defense and sport, right, is kind of the two balls that you hold, you know, and when someone walks in, you know, and we have a couple of other schools in the state, right, and if they come in and say, hey man, what can you offer that they can't, and I always ask them, what are you looking for, and I'll guide you where you need to be.
It's amazing. That's really awesome. Yes. So another really awesome thing is here there's a tournament that's going to be like right around the corner.
Yeah, so we're super grateful and to be a part of this. It's going to be held at the sports complex. When we got Youngsville Sports Complex right there. When we got wind of it, I'm like, man, literally we can walk there. It's 2-3 blocks from my school. We're going to have myself competing, a lot of my instructors competing, and close to 40 plus, almost 50 of my students competing. So we're really going to try to ramp up the community for support, and hopefully we have a good turnout. Several kids podium, and that way the directors will want to come back and do it in the Youngsville community more often, you know. So yeah, we're excited, man.
Yeah, that's really great to hear, because it's going to be really nice, because it gives a platform for these kids who are young to compete and learn the I guess the drive that it is to do a competition, yeah, definitely in a sport like this. And then 2, it gives another revenue of tourism and visitation to different businesses that are in the Youngsville area. I think it's awesome that you're able to coordinate. So what's the date on that?
February 11th. It's going to be a Saturday. It's going to be put on by 2 active competitors, and the name of their tournament is the Bayou Jiu-Jitsu League.
Bayou Jiu-Jitsu League. That's a great name.
Yeah, it's going to benefit the whole community, surrounding areas, and it's going to do a couple of things for us too. Is, you know, everybody knows this is self-defense, but you know, we don't train for competition per se, because training for self-defense, you want to be ready at any point in time. You know, the cool thing about a kid competing, right, is it's going to re-simulate a fight. We can teach them all we want to teach them, but we can tell them what it's going to feel like when they step on the mat to, you know, go against this other person. But it's kind of like a postcard, right? Where, hey, the mountains are beautiful, but until you see the mountain, it's like, man, the emotion and the panic and the desperation sets in. And, you know, I believe it's a necessity for them to do that. And there's no punches, no kicks, win, lose, or draw, right? It takes a lot for that kid to step up there on their own and do it. You know, just like a fight, right? I can't, if I walk outside right here and somebody goes to attack me, I can't say, hey, give me 2 weeks to get ready. I have to defend myself right then and there. So I think all the way around, it's a beautiful thing.
Well, Cortney, I just have to say, it's been amazing getting to sit down and talk to you, because hearing your philosophy on why you do what you do is amazing. It's kind of the same kind of basis for one of the reasons we do the series that we're doing today, is because we want to get to know people. We want to help businesses get their word out, hear their story. And it's really good to hear that someone like you, who runs a martial arts academy, a jiu-jitsu academy, is in it for the same goal, which is helping people have self-defense, helping these kids understand, one, probably discipline when it comes to that, two, understanding, you know, being able to defend themselves in a bad situation, and three, you're also building something that you're able to pass down to your family.
100%, man. A kid doesn't know what to do when they're verbally attacked statistically, much less what to do when they're physically attacked. So giving a kid, men, women, or kid, a game plan is a beautiful thing, you know.
Cortney, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure, brother. Thank you for having me.
Well, that's going to do it for us here over at What's Brewing. If you liked what you see here, don't forget to hit that like button, crush that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell to keep up to date with videos as they're released. But until the next one, have a good one.